Welcome back. On this video, we continue the last episode I posted on Jhanak. So this is on the continuation of how he is regaining, that is, Rishi is regaining his memory and also questioning everybody, and they're afraid that he will regain every of his memory and go back to Jhanak and live Aditi. Guys, don't forget to subscribe because you haven't subscribed to the channel yet as we jump straight into the video of today on Jhanak.
Anirudh waking Janek up. Janek says she was in deep sleep. Anirudh tells her that food is ready. Janek tells him that she should have cooked for him. Anirudh tells her that it was his surprise, and he took maid's help. Janek tells him that she is feeling lucky that he is her father, and she wants to ask God to make Anirudh her father in every birth. But she has wanted to get his love since the beginning. Anirudh tells her that that's possible in this birth. Janek tells him that he has an elder daughter and wife. Anirudh tells her that he will be waiting for her in this house. Janek says his family must be worrying because he switched off his phone. Anirudh tells her that he wants to spend this day with her only. He asks her to get freshened up and come downstairs. He goes to maid Kunti and thanks her. Kunti leaves from there. Janek comes there and notices food on the dining table. She tells him that he prepared so much for her and thanks him. Anirudh tells her that he is glad that she gave this chance to her. Janek tells him that she gave so many tests in this life, and she misses Rishi so much. But she is happy Anirudh did all this for her. Anirudh tells her to sit and eat breakfast. Janek starts eating and says it's really tasty. She says she never ate anything like this. She asks him to eat. Anirudh cuts Arshi's call. Janek notices that. She tells him that she doesn't want him to ignore his family because of her. Anirudh attends Arshi's call. Arshi scolds him for ignoring her calls. She learns Anirudh is with Jana and scolds him. Anirudh scolds her too and disconnects the call. He asks Janek to continue her breakfast. On the other side, Tanushree asks Abhimanyu what happened to him and why he told Garkei Lakshmi to leave the house. Abhimanyu asks what Aditi did to get this prestigious tag. Tanushree tells him that Aditi is taking care of Rishi, and Janek left Rishi alone. Abhimanyu says Janek left the house due to his mistake, and they should be grateful to Janek. He tells her that she has been changed, and she is talking like Nilu. Tanushree asks him not to forget only Nilu is taking a stand for Aditi. Abhimanyu says injustice happened with Janek, and Aditi moved on easily. Tanushree asks him what is wrong with Aditi. She reminds him that Rishi betrayed Aditi. She says all the men are the same, and they don't understand women's love. Abhimanyu asks her not to make it men versus women, and what rights Aditi has to return there. Tanushree tells him Aditi is not arrogant like Janek. That's why Aditi returned. And Janek wants them to beg her to stay there. But Aditi came to take care of Rishi. Abhimanyu tells her that he can't talk to her. Indumti comes there. Abhimanyu says the doctor advised them to recreate Rishi's past. But Aditi is trying to bury Rishi's memories. Indumti asks them not to fight. Tanushree says Aditi is the right choice for Rishi. Abhimanyu says Aditi doesn't love Rishi. Tanushree leaves from there. Indumti tells Abhimanyu that Aditi is not harming Rishi. Later, Arshi gets angry seeing Anirudh. She taunts him for coming home finally. Anjana tells Anirudh that they were worried about him. She asks him where he went. Anirudh says he switched off his phone because he knows Arshi will do drama. Arshi warns him not to behave like this with her. She asks him how he can do this with his family for Janek. She scolds him for insulting her in front of Janek. Anjana tells Arshi that the maid may hear the latter. Arshi says everyone should know what Anirudh's character is. Anirudh says he came to say it's not possible for him to stay there, and he is shifting to the house that he bought for Janek. Arshi says Janek trapped Anirudh finally. Anirudh tells her that he bought that house with his money and he can give that house to anyone. Arshi says only she and Aditi have rights to Anirudh's money. She threatened to kill him if he gave anything to Janek then. Anirudh yells at her. He says Janek is not interested in property at all, but Janek will get her rights. He says police won't spare Arshi if she did anything wrong then. Arshi tells him that he won't be alive to give a complaint against her. Bablu says Janek can get one house. Arshi insults Bablu. Anirudh tries to slap Arshi, but controls his anger. Arshi asks him to slap her if he has guts, then. She holds his hand. Anirudh pushes Arshi. Anjana asks him what he did. Arshi tells Anirudh to see from jail what she does with Jhanak. She challenges to throw Jhanak out of the city. Anjana asks Arshi not to go to the police. Anirudh says he gave everything to Arshi already, and now he just wants to take care of Jhanak. So Arshi can't harm Jhanak. He leaves from there. Arshi screams she will bring a storm. The episode begins with Anirudh telling a story to Jhanak while feeding her. Jhanak gets involved in the story. Anirudh asks her not to stop eating because she must be hungry after coming from college. Jhanak tells him that he made her eat everything. Anirudh says that's good. And today he got to know Jhanak loves to hear stories. They smile. On the other side, Dhridaman and Puthul go to Rishi. Rishi asks them where Aditi is. Dhridaman replies, Aditi went to college. Puthul asks Rishi whether he ever heard about Simul Boni. Rishi shook his head. Dhridaman says, let's go for a trip to Simul Boni. Puthul asks Rishi to remember about the past. Rishi gets glimpses of the past. He asks what's happening with him. Sanjvati comes there and asks them what they are talking about. Puthul tells Rishi that he went to Simul Boni but forgot about it. She says Rishi brought Jhanak from Simul Boni. Rishi says he never went to Simul Boni. Puthul tells him that he went to Simul Boni to catch Parashar. Rishi says he wanted to arrest Parashar, but he failed in that mission. Dhridaman asks what else Rishi remembers, and Rishi can meet Parashar if he wants then. Sanjvati says she wants to visit Simul Boni, so let's go there. Rishi says he doesn't remember that place. Puthul forces him to remember. Rishi gets angry at her and tries to slap her. Then he stops himself. Dhridaman asks Rishi, what is this? Rishi says he never went to Simul Boni. Sanjvati asks him to calm down. Puthul keeps taking Parashar's name to trigger Rishi. She says Rishi knows Parashar very well. Rishi says he doesn't want to remember Parashar. Puthul tells Rishi about what happened in Simul Boni. She says Rishi brought Jhanak to Kolkata, and Rishi told them Jhanak is a maid. Rishi tries, but he doesn't remember anything. He tells Dhridaman that he is feeling strange. Puthul says Rishi fell for Jhanak, so his conflict started with Aditi. Dhridaman asks Puthul to stop it because Rishi's condition is getting worse. Puthul says she should not stop. She tells Rishi that Jhanak came to the jungle to save him. Rishi asks her to stop it and holds his head. Puthul tells him that he loved Jhanak, so he married her. Rishi yells at Puthul. Aditi comes there and asks Rishi whether he is fine. He holds his hand. Rishi tells her that her touch looks different. He says his head is in pain and he doesn't know what's happening. Aditi asks him to calm down. She says they pressurized Rishi into going against the doctor's advice, and she would take Rishi from there if they did it again then. Dhridaman warns Aditi not to say like that again. Puthul says Rishi is not Aditi's personal property. Aditi asks Puthul to stop her games. Dhridaman asks what rights Aditi has to stay there. He says they allowed Aditi to stay there, and Aditi should not take advantage of Rishi's illness. Puthul says Aditi planned to marry Kaushik. Aditi warns Puthul not to cross the boundaries. She tells them to leave from there. Puthul says this is her father's house and she can go wherever she wants. Sanjvati says Aditi is stooping so low. Dhridaman tells Puthul, let's go from there. Puthul refuses. Rishi tells Aditi that it's not good to stay before marriage. Aditi tells him that they are married, so she won't leave him. Rishi says he is feeling suffocated, and he wants to be alone. Later, Aditi goes to Arshi and asks what happened. She asks why Anirudh did not pick up the calls. Arshi says Anirudh doesn't want to live with her in this house, and she can't live with this pain. She reveals Anirudh bought a new house, and he wants to stay there. Aditi asks Arshi to surrender if she fought with Anirudh then. Arshi says she forgives Anirudh always, and Anirudh has a problem with her now. She tells Aditi that she feels Jhanak is staying with Anirudh in that house. Aditi says, let's go to that house. And they are Anirudh's family, so he can't leave them like this. Arshi says she was insulted by Anirudh already. And what if Anirudh insults her in front of Jhanak again? Aditi says she won't spare Jhanak. Arshi agrees to go. After some time, Aditi and Arshi go to Anirudh's new house. Aditi asks Jhanak what the latter wants now. And why is Jhanak behind Anirudh when she said she won't accept him as a father? Anirudh tells Aditi that Jhanak has rights to meet him. Arshi says Jhanak won't get a single penny. Anirudh says he is glad Jhanak calls him Papa. Arshi tells Aditi that Anirudh forgot them. Aditi tells Anirudh that she already told him to give half of the property to Jhanak because she wanted peace in life. And now Jhanak is targeting Anirudh. So she will throw Jhanak out of Kolkata. Anirudh says he won't let that happen. Tanushree worries where Aditi went. Rishi says Aditi would have gone to her house. Indumti says she has Aditi and Rishi's marriage photo. Dhridaman asks Sanjbadi to bring that photo. Sanjbadi asks whether it's right to show that photo to Rishi. Dhridaman says Rishi should remember the next things about marriage. Sanjbadi brings a photo from Indumti's room. Rishi gets shocked seeing his and Aditi's marriage photo. The episode ends.